few years ago, I felt like I was stuck in a rut.
A few years ago, I felt like I was stuck in a rut.
So I decided to follow in the footsteps of the great American philosopher, Morgan Spurlock.
So I decided to follow the footsteps of great American philosopher Morgan Spurlock.
And try something new for 30 days.
And try something new for 30 days.
The idea is actually pretty simple.
The idea is actually pretty simple.
Think about something you've always wanted to add to your life.
Think about you've always wanted to add to your life.
And try it for the next 30 days.
And try it for the next 30 days.
It turns out 30 days is just about the right amount of time to add a new habit or subtract a habit.
It turns out the 30 days is just the right amount of time to add to your life or subtract your life.
Watching the news.
Like watching the news.
From your life.
From your life.
There's a few things that I learned while doing these 30-day challenges.
There's a few things where I learned while doing 30-day challenges.
The first was, instead of the months flying by forgotten,
the first was instead of the months flying by forgotten,
the time was much more memorable.
The time was much more memorable.
This was part of a challenge I did to take a picture every day for a month.
This was part of a challenge I did to take a picture every day for a month.
And I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing that day.
Oh. Cool.
And I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing that day.
And I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing that day.
I also noticed that as I started to do more and harder 30-day challenges,
and I noticed that as I started to do more and harder 30-day challenges,
my self-confidence grew.
I
went from desk-dwelling computer nerd to the kind of guy who bikes to work.
I went to desk-dwelling computer nerd to the kind of the boy who ride bikes to work.
For fun. Even last year, I ended up hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa.
I ended up hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa.
I would never have been that adventurous before I started my 30-day challenges. I also figured out that if you really want something badly enough, you can do anything for 30 days. Have you ever wanted to write a novel? Every November, tens of thousands of people try to write their own 50,000-word novel from scratch in 30 days.
Every November, tens of thousands of people try to write 50,000 novel from scratch in 30 days.
It turns out, all you have to do is write 1,667 words a day for a month.
All you have to do is to write 1,667 words per day for a month.
So I did. By the way, the secret is not to go to sleep until you've written your words for the day.
By the way, the secret is until you've written the story. No. You don't go to bed until you've written your words a day.
You might be sleep deprived, but you'll finish your novel. Now, is my book the next great American novel?
Now, is my book the next great American novel?
No! I wrote it in a month! It's awful!
It's awful.
But for the rest of my life, if I meet John Hodgman at a TED party, I don't have to say, I'm a computer scientist.
For the rest of my life, if I met a John Hodgman at a TED party, I don't have to say I'm a novelist. No. I'm a computer scientist.
No. If I want to, I can say I'm a novelist.
No. If I want to, I can say I'm a novelist.
So here's one last thing I'd like to mention. I learned that when I made small, sustainable changes, things I could keep doing. So here's one last thing I'd like to mention. I learned that when I made small, sustainable changes. Things
I learned it when I made small sustainable changes.
I could keep doing.
Things I could keep doing.
They were more likely to stick.
They're more likely to stick.
There's nothing wrong with big, crazy challenges. In
There's nothing big crazy challenges.
fact, they're a ton of
In
fun,
fact, they're a ton of fun,
but they're less likely to stick.
but they're less likely to stick.
When I gave up sugar for 30 days,
When I gave up sugar for 30 days,
day 31 looked like this.
it certainly looked like this.
So here's my question to you.
So here's my question to you.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
I guarantee you the next 30 days are
I guarantee you the next 30 days
going to pass whether you like it or not.
are going to pass whether you like it or not.
So why not think about something you have always wanted to try?
So why not you think to always wanted to try
And give it a shot
and give it a shot
for the next 30
for
days.
the next 30 days.
Thanks.
Thanks.